What we'll be making on the homestead here today is we have some boneless, skinless chicken. We have some honey, some onions, some cream of chicken. We also have some garlic powder, some mustard powder, some regular mustard, and a little bit of honey. And we're going to mix all that together and make honey mustard chicken, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first part of this recipe, what we're going to do is we're going to take the skillet here, which I have right here, and we're going to put the chicken in there, and we're just going to cook it in the pan, and then I'm going to bring you back once it's all cooked. Now you're going to want to cook it either in oil, or I prefer olive oil for mine, and this pan exactly fits 5, which is great because that's how many I need for supper. So I'm just going to turn it on, cook it, and I'll bring you back once it's cooked. Waiting for the chicken to cook, we're going to take the cream of chicken and we're going to put that in there, and as well as we're going to put the honey and the mustard powder in as well. So I'm just going to get 1/4 of a teaspoon of mustard powder. I'm going to add that in, as well as 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, and I'll just bring you back. So we're just going to add in the mustard powder. So we're going to add in our 1/4 of the garlic powder. So we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of honey, and here's the first tablespoon. And then we're going to get the second, and we're going to put that in as well. So here's the second. And next thing we're going to add in is a tablespoon of mustard, which is regular mustard. And I'll just bring it back. So now we're going to add in our tablespoon of mustard. And the last ingredient is going to be 1/2 cup of water. So I'm just going to get 1/2 cup of water, and I'll bring you back. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add in our 1/2 cup of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a whisk, and I'm going to whisk this all together, and I'm bringing it back when it's whisked together. Mixture's mixed up. You'll notice that it does look a lot better, and we're just going to set this aside until the chicken's done, and then we're going to coat it in the chicken and cook it for about 5 minutes until the flavor goes through and skillet. So we're just going to bring it back once the chicken's done. I just wanted to show that the chicken is starting to cook up, and we're just going to flip it around and bring it back. A quick update, the chicken is starting to cook. It does have some water that's coming off of it, which is fine because I didn't add the oil in yet. And I'm just going to bring you back and show you what it looks like when it's cooked. The chicken's starting to look great. Probably needs about another 10 or so minutes, so we're just going to continue to cook it. Then we'll fry it up in the oil, and I'll bring you back. So I just wanted to show a quick little update to show that I did cut the chicken in half, just to make sure that it wasn't pink on the inside, and it isn't. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add in the olive oil, which is 2 tablespoons, and some onions that are freshly cut up. So we're just going to do that and bring you back. First tablespoon of olive oil, and now we're adding in our second. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in a good sized onion, and that's chopped up. And we're going to fry it up for about 3 minutes. So we have the onions here, and they're chunked, and we're just going to add them in here. Now it depends on how you like onions, on how much you want to actually add in. And we're just going to cook that up for about 3 minutes or so, and I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. So this is what your chicken's looking like once you start to fry it up with the olive oil and the onions. So I'm going to give it another minute, and then we're going to add in the sauce. And I'll bring you back once we're going to add in the honey mustard sauce. So we just added in our sauce, and we're going to cook that with the sauce on it for about, I would say probably 5 to 10 minutes. Now you're going to want to check on it and make sure everything's covered with the sauce. That way the flavor does go through without. So I'm going to bring you back and show you what it's going to look like once we mix it up. So this is what your mixture is going to look like once it starts cooking. So I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like when it's done. So the 10 minutes has passed and it is done, so I'm just going to turn it off and start to serve it, and I'll show you what it looks like on a plate. So I just wanted to show what it looks like on a plate with some baked potatoes, corn, and some long grain rice, and there it is, and it looks fantastic. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe.